Namaste, and welcome to Yoga Flow. Go ahead and stand tall, coming onto your yoga mat, inviting your feet to root down into the ground. We're going to start standing today. And just move yourself forward and back. I'm subbing for this day's class. So just start to find your way into your body, find your way into your breath. So some deep, full, and spacious breaths. Go ahead and float your arms up to the sky so you get really tall and light, full of breath here. As you breathe, go ahead and turn your palms forward and grab hold of your left wrist to pull yourself way up and over to the side. You get nice and strong there, deep, clear breathing. Go ahead and come back up to the center, nice full breath, and up and over to the other side. Come back up to the center, and here's the flow. Exhale with your breath, down you go, right? Flowing with the movement of your breath. Inhaling and coming up halfway, you can put your hands on your shins. You might go up a little higher. Maybe for you today, you're down pretty low and lengthen your spine. There again, a flow of breath coming into the body, moving right out through the heart center. Exhale and gently release right back down. Present to the ground, we're going to rise back up, reach your arms all the way to the sky. A deep breath, look up, pull your heart right between your hands meet in a prayer, and bring that prayer right down over the nose, the mouth, and right here to your heart. And deep breathing in and deep breathing out. Again, we go, inhale, rise up, full breath. So you're aware of sensation, right? You feel the sensations in your shoulders, what's happening in the back body as you flow forward, taking a long, spacious forward bend. Inhale, coming up halfway. Exhaling, releasing it right back down. We're going to rise back up. So energy travels through the legs, through the core, the center of the body. Your hands meet at the top, palms press, and then again, hands right here to your heart center. Once more, just like that, flowing energy. Inhale, flow up. Feel that breath guiding you up. Exhale, surrender into all that space your breath creates. Exhaling down, inhaling, coming up halfway. Exhale, go ahead and walk your hands forward and drop down onto your hands and knees. So being here, if you would like to pad up in any way, please feel free to do that. You need a blanket or something beneath your knees, and start flowing here. Inhaling, your heart is forward, exhaling and rounding, rounding into the body. Inhaling, filling up. Exhale, you can take a breath out through your mouth here, releasing, let it go. Do this a few times, inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling, filling up. And exhaling. Go ahead and widen your knees and pull your hips back. Feel that energy flowing towards the back of your body. Keep reaching your hands forward. So you get some energy here through the front of the body, all the way out through the tips of your fingers. Relax your head and neck and continue with your breath flow. In and out. Lift your front ribs up a bit. So you feel how the torso expands with each breath you take, and then relax that head. The head and neck soft, soft, soft. The jaw and the mouth. Go ahead and crawl your hands over to the right side. Keep pulling your hips back. And continue with the flow of breath. Feeling your way into your body. Pay attention, right? This is the actual practice, is that we start to pay attention to sensation in your body. It's a wonderful, wonderful way in, right? You breathe deeply, coming into the moment, just as it is, right? Again, paying attention to sensation. Go ahead and come back to the center. Come back to the center. Reach your hands way forward. Go ahead and lift up onto your knees. Walk your knees back underneath you. Now tuck your toes and lift your hips to a downward facing dog. So you have a lot of breath here. This is a pretty powerful shape. So check in with it. You might pedal out your feet. Do what feels appropriate and good for you this day. Take your time as you're here. Good. And then we're slowly going to take a walk forward. So go slow, walking one foot and then the other. one foot and then the other. You land in a forward bend. Let the head relax here. And here we'll twist left hand to right shin, left hand to right shin, right arm straight up into the sky. Lean back into the twist. Nice full breath. Exhale, gently release and go to the other side. The right hand now to the left shin, the left arm up to the sky. Keep pulling that left hip back. Taking time to experience sensation, experience your breath. Stay here in this forward bend. Shake your head yes a bit, no. And then go ahead and bend your knees, come up halfway. So bring your arms out alongside your ears. We're coming up a bit, we're coming up. This is an Utkatasana shape. Sit back into your heels. Pretty energetic here. Feel that energy moving down into your legs. Good. Exhale, relax the hands back down, release them. Walk your hands forward, walk your feet back. You're in a downward facing dog shape. Nice full breath. Go ahead, flow forward, coming out into a plank pose. And this is a good place to stay, right? You find a lot of strength in this. So nice and strong. Feel the energy. Oh, it might feel a little quivering as the body starts to engage and will open. Feel the strength. Go ahead and pull back to a downward facing dog. Nice deep breath. Use your breath and lift your right leg up. Bend your knee and open up your hip. Roll that leg around a bit in the hip socket. Use your breath and step that foot forward. Drop your back knee onto the ground and slowly coming up. Arms come right alongside your body and just flow forward. You feel the openness through that back thigh, openness through the top of your chest. Lean back into space. Take the hands and interlace them back behind your head and open up your heart here. Again, it's about flow of energy through the body. You feel it. Deep breathing in and deep breathing out. Good. Back out so that the torso is more upright now. Put your hands here to your heart center. And let's take a twist so you can go over to that right side, taking that left elbow to your right thigh. Lean back into this. If you'd like to take this a bit further, you can push forward and lift your back leg off the ground. So you're in this twisted lunge position. Take your time and breathe into it. Exhale, gently release the hands down. Step your front foot back, downward facing dog. Flow forward out into a plank pose. Take your time to get here, look forward, and then slowly descend to the ground. You can drop your knees, your thighs, feel the chest, pull your hands back a bit so that the elbows lift up and lift your chest, open your heart. Deep breathing. Exhale, press yourself back. Take a pause in a child's pose, just one breath here. And then go ahead and lift yourself up to a downward facing dog. Nice deep breathing. This is kind of home base, right? Home base to strengthen, home base to stretch. And this is where we begin to find balance, right? Between the efforting and the ease, right? Creating space and light with your breath. Left leg lifts, bend your knee and open your hip. Roll the leg around in the hip socket. Use your breath, float that foot forward, drop your back knee onto the ground and slow journey coming up. You can keep your arms alongside you. Make sure that your legs, right, are aligned with the hips. So you don't want to be too wide nor too narrow, but nice and even there. You'll feel that energy, the legs scissoring towards one another. Keep breathing as you're here. Float the arms out to the side and then a gentle interlace of your hands back behind the head and neck, and you get quite an opening through the top of the chest. So feel your breath, deep and clear. Heart leading the way. And then you back out a bit. Your core is nice and strong. Hands to your heart. We're going to twist left this time. So right elbow pressing against the left thigh. Lean back into it. You can pitch forward if you want to take it a little bit further. That back leg can float off the ground and lean back into this. You get a little bit of balance there, right? Feel that opening up, extending and expanding. Exhale, your hands drop to the ground. Your front foot steps back. You're in a downward facing dog. Take your time. Find the alignment. Your toes are straight across. Check out your hands. Maybe they can turn out a bit, especially if you have a little bit of tightness in your shoulders. Length through the back of the legs. Strength through your core, come out into plank pose. Look forward, chest is lifted. Maybe this time you just lower yourself all the way down in one line of energy to the ground. Inhale, lift. Stay with your own practice, right? Be right where you need to be. It's the greatest thing about this practice. Go ahead and press yourself back. One of the great things that the yoga comes right where you are, comes to meet you. And keep your flow moving, the breath, inhaling and exhaling. Nice, lift up to a downward facing dog. Spend some time there. Again, strength and length in this posture. Strength and length. You can take your time and walk forward very slowly, kind of tiptoeing your way towards the front of your mat, being here in this forward bend. Bend your knees again, lift up to an Utkatasana shape, right? It's an awkward, fierce pose. And then all the way up, bring your hands right here to your heart center. And take a moment to check in. This practice is about awakening the body, right? Awakening to the sensations of the body, to this moment, this particular breath. Inhale, float your arms up, nice and wide. Let's sit down in Utkatasana again. We'll add the twist here, hands to your heart, turn and twist left. As I do that, my right knee tries to track forward, move it back and lean back into this. Full breath. Sometimes it helps to bend a little deeper. Come back up to the center. Let's go to the other side. This time that left knee is trying to track forward, lean back into it. Nice, back up to the center you go. Exhale, your hands drop, step yourself back, downward facing dog. Flow forward, plank pose. Exhale, you might go down halfway this time to an upward facing dog, to a chaturanga and an upward facing dog. Do the practice again that suits you. Pull back to a downward facing dog. So staying with a baby cobra, lowering yourself all the way down is a beautiful option. Right leg lifts, use your breath. Extend that right leg. You're going to re-extend it. Now listen, we're going to do a little strengthening. Inhale, knee to your nose. Exhale, float it back. Inhale, knee, and cross it over. It's going to go to your upper left armpit and then come back up. Use your breath. It's going to go to the outer right armpit. Use your breath. That leg comes forward. This time it steps down right behind your right hand. Ground down through the outer edge of your back foot and up you come. Inhaling, warrior one. So building heat. Feel that strength, length, lots of space and awareness. Awareness of sensation. Good. Bend your elbows as if you're going to pin them back behind you. That heart is leading the way. Keep that openness in your chest. Slip the hands back behind you. Now squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale, we're going to flow. We're going to go down. Keep your front knee bent. Your right shoulder comes to the inside of your right knee. And then inhale, lift yourself right back up. We're going to do that twice more. Exhaling. Feel your breath. Legs are strong, core is strong. Lifting yourself right back up. Exhaling, lowering yourself down. Stay down, drop your hands, and then go ahead and walk your hands over to the outer edge of the left side of your mat, taking a nice wide-legged stance now. So here you are in a wide-legged forward bend. Turn your toes inward, nice and strong and long in through the back body. Arms go forward, head drops, and deep breathing. Inhaling. Exhaling. We can twist here. I'm going to tent my fingers. My left fingers are going to go right underneath my nose, right arm out to the side, and then turn and twist and long and open and spacious. Nice full breath. Exhale, gently release. Right hand is down, left arm straight up into the sky. Turn and twist, expand. So good for the lower back. This is such a beautiful shape. Exhale and release your hands back down. Release your head. A little bit of an inversion practice here. Shake your head yes and no. Deep breath. These postures all intentional. Take your time. You're going to crawl your hands back to the front of your mat. Your hands will land to the inside of your front right foot. And now here you can drop your back knee. If appropriate, you can drop one elbow, maybe the other elbow goes down. Maybe your arms stay straight. It's a great stretch here for your thigh, for your hip. And let your breath move and breathe. Inhaling. Exhaling. Again, feel the heat, the practice. Look forward. You can straighten your arms if they're not already there. Lift your back leg, step your front foot back, and pull your hips to a downward facing dog. Flow. This is yoga flow. Come out into a plank and any way to the ground, right? Again, it may be a chaturanga, an upward facing dog. Maybe you're back to your cobra position. Chest open. Press back. Enjoy the downward facing dog shape. So we consider this posture, right? A little bit of a rest, and wow, what intensity can be built there. I was realized in this really powerful shape. Left side, lifting up your left leg, bend your knee and open up your hip. Re-extend the leg, listen to the strengthening core. Inhale, knee to your nose. Exhale it back. Inhale, cross that leg over. The knee goes to the outer right arm. Exhale it back. Knee comes here to your upper outer left arm, goes back. Foot steps right behind that left hand. Ground down from the outer edge of your back foot, warrior one. Here we are, breath filled. Sensation in the body. Slow. Go ahead and drop your elbows so you can feel that lift of your chest here. Again, we check into sensation. Feel the shoulders opening. Slip the hands back behind you. Draw your shoulder blades together. Front leg stays bent. Undulating the spine. You're dropping down the left shoulder to the inner left edge of your knee. And then inhale right back up. Exhale. Go slow. Feel the spine, the movement, the undulation of your spine. Up you go. And back down you go. Deep breathing. Drop your hands down onto the ground. Hands this time crawl to the outer right edge of your mat. You take your feet and widen and parallel the toes. You can turn them in towards one another. You can do this with bent legs or you can do it with straight legs and then surrender into the forward bend. Nice full breath. I like to walk my hands forward, stretching, lengthening. We'll twist, tenting the right fingers. So the right hand is right underneath my nose. And then I lift the chest so you get nice and long there. Left arm up, turn and twist. Exhale, left hand down, right arm up, turn and twist. Stretching through the back of the body. Exhale, hands come down. Walk your hands forward. They're going to come to the inside of that front left foot. Go onto the ball of your back foot. I have to widen that stance a bit. You can drop your knee. And then maybe drop the elbows, one and then the other. That's not available, maybe the arms stay straight. Just look forward and enjoy this stretch. Again, a good stretch for that left hip. Full of breath here. Inhaling and exhaling. Good for the hips, really good for your hips. Transitioning again, we transition with awareness. I'm gonna lift the back toe, lift the back knee, hands down, step the front foot back, downward facing dog. Settle into the shape first. Really feel energy from your legs to the top of the spine. Use your breath coming out through your arms. Your arms are strong and straight out into a plank. Through whatever vinyasa, right? Lowering to cobra, could be an upward facing shape. And then exhale, pushing back, and we'll meet together in a child's pose. Knees pushing back, your head can drop down. This time, keep your arms soft. You can keep your hands alongside your body here. I have my thumbs pressed right in front of my kneecaps. My elbows are actually touching the outer hips, and your breath is nice and full. Good for the lower back. Use your breath. Listen, I'm going to come up. We're going to come up onto the crown of the head. So just massage the crown of the head. Try not to put a lot of weight there, but opening up. You can push to the back of the head, forward. And this is a really wonderful break midday to soften that mind stuff, to open yourself up. Just noticing and experiencing sensation. Good. Go ahead and slowly come up. If this is available to you, you can sit on your shins for a moment. This is a lovely stretch through the top of the thighs. Arms are alongside you. If that's not comfortable, you can always lift yourself up there a bit, putting something underneath your buttocks. Relax the head and the neck. Swivel the hips over to the right side and then swing your legs forward. We meet here in a seated forward posture, right? I'm going to bend my knees a bit. It's very hard for me to stay neutral in the pelvis with my legs straight. So bending your knees, you can sit forward a little bit so the sits bones are really nice and rooted, not again rounding back. Heels are rooted, your ball of your foot is lifted. Lift your arms and then lift your heart. Now forward bend. So you go forward with an open heart, grabbing the outer edges of your feet, You might feel your ribs pressing against your thighs, and then go ahead and extend those legs forward now. Keep looking forward for a moment. And then eventually, as you drop down into your breath, your head and neck, chest, everything relaxes there, and keep the flow of breathing going. And you can continue to work to straighten the legs. It's unimportant if your legs straighten completely. What perhaps you might be experiencing here is a nice stretch for the lower back, for the middle of your back. How about the hamstrings, the back of the legs? You can always be here at your shins or all the way, maybe up to the thighs as you take this forward bend. The postures come to meet you. And then gently lift yourself right back up. Shrug your shoulders, relax the head and the neck. Go ahead and reach for your left leg and give it a little bit of a swing in the hip socket. Give it a little swing in the hip socket. Dropping that foot down on the outside of your right thigh and coming back to center. You can choose to stay here. This is a great place to twist. Or if you wish, you can bend the bottom leg. Make sure that the heel stays out of the way of that left hip. You're going to try to make the hips even. Reach your arms up and then turn and twist to the left. So like this upright twist is again good for the lower back area, for your shoulders. This twisting energy, right? Feel the breath. Not so easy to take a full breath in this posture. It's absolutely fine. You feel it as you release. Keep breathing. Take the arms back up to the center, nice and full. Listen, we're going to slip the hands back behind our body, right? My fingers are pointing towards my body. If that doesn't feel good for your wrist, you can always turn them back. And then gently lean back, lift the legs up to the sky. Lower the legs down onto the ground, and then we'll change sides. So you take that right leg, little swing, cross it over. Again, the idea is to neutralize the pelvis. It's not rolling back. It's not pitching forward. You're nice and tall. You might take that little wrap there if you wish, bending that right leg. Make sure your hip, that heel is not in the way of your hips. Lift your arms up, stay upright as you twist, and turn and twist. Your right hand is behind you, and then wrap yourself up. Deep breathing. In through your nose and right back out through your nose. A deep and clear breath in the body. Twisting, very, very good for the internal body. Again, sensation. What are you sensing here, right? Inhale, come back to the center. Nice, hands drop behind you again. Unwind the legs, hug your knees into your chest. Lift your legs up and then drop those feet down onto the ground. Now you can scoot yourself forward on your mat if you were back. We're going to lower ourselves down to the ground and have some fun as you're doing that. Turn your palms up to the sky. Keep your chest moving through the arms, so it's not rounded back, but lifted forward, and then slowly descend. So you can work your belly, your core is working here as you lower, as you lower, as you lower, as you lower. Perfect. Slip the hands now beneath your hips. And if you happen to have a block or a pillow or something, if you want to lift your hips up onto that block or pillow, that's absolutely a lovely thing to do. You might even turn yourself around and put your legs up against a wall if that's available to you. It's just a little inversion practice here. Again, I have my hands kind of gently stacked underneath the hips. Relax the head and neck. You could lift your head for a moment, look towards your thighs, and then keep that length in the back of the head as you lower the shoulders and the head down. And just for a moment. This is a lovely way to end a movement practice, a little rest here, a little inversion. It's good for circulation, good for all the systems of the body, just kind of relaxing you and opening you up, shifting the energy, and deeply breathing, deeply, deeply, mindfully breathing. If you would like to stay with your legs lifted and maybe they're resting against the wall, or you want to put them against the wall, or you feel quite comfortable there, feel free to stay there. Otherwise, you can lower your legs down onto the ground and take a final rest, right? Letting your legs extend out, let your arms come alongside you. And let go wherever you are here. Take some deep clearing, releasing breaths. So you can breathe in through your nose, filling up, filling up, filling up, and just empty it all, empty it. And slip it out through your mouth. And do that once more. Fill up. You're very aware and awake in that breath. And as you exhale, you empty, you empty, you empty, you empty. And just stay empty there. Let the breath go now. It will be natural and easy. In just this moment. Working to relax the body completely. So you might feel sensations tugging at you. Try to just soften into those sensations and rest the body. Just rest. And from this soft, gentle spot of resting, come back to the awareness of your breath now, so you can feel it right there at the tips of your nostrils. And you can start to deepen that breath, let the breath flow through the body. Your legs are up, gently bring them down onto the ground. Slowly undoing that. If you're on the ground, stretch the body in any direction, in every direction your fingers can reach, your toes can reach, everything opening. And we'll slowly come back. So knees can come to your chest for a moment. Remembering there's plenty of time just to be present in the breath, to be present in the body. No rush at all. You roll to one side and maybe there's just a moment of pause there. Again, just a full breath. Emptying. And try to keep whatever softness or stillness that you have, bring it up with you as you rise back up to your seat. Take a moment. You can sit tall, cross-legged position, or a position that is comfortable for you. And again, a big part of this practice of yoga is just awareness of this moment. So feel again the sensations of your body. Check in. Take a deep breath. You fill up through your nose, empty it, and drop your chin to your chest. Now bring your hands in front of your heart center and take a moment to be grateful for your healthy, healthy body. We're taking this opportunity, this moment to just practice and breathe. Take another breath in, fill up, and then exhale. Send that gratitude out. We do this practice for the benefit of all beings. Keep pressing your hands together. Now lift them all the way up to the sky as they get really tall and light. As you exhale, bring your hands right here to your heart center or to your third eye, to your forehead. And just take a moment here to breathe. And take another breath and exhale. Bring your hands here to your lips. And again, just awareness. Take a moment to breathe. Exhale your hands here to your heart. And again, awareness of your breath. And empty, empty, empty. Namaste to you all. Thank you so much for the privilege and honor of guiding you through this flow practice. My name is Evalena, and I was subbing for this day's practice. Thank you very much. I wish you a lovely, lovely day. Enjoy the rest of your week. Stay safe out there. Thank you.